Hello, Pony til Lisiana here. Link to my Divinian art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you'd like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine. Please go and give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And it's going to be my top 10 fights in movies. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, click away or stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So here we go. The first fight is from Shanghai Noon, where he ties his head or his hair to this horseshoe and he wheels it around. Jackie Chan wheels the horseshoe around in his hair, and I personally know that Jackie Chan does his own stunts, so it must have been very painful, but it also very, very awesome fight choreographic way of showing that you could actually fight with your hair if you wanted to. I feel like it's silly, but it's also very nice made. So yeah, next one. At number 9 we have Ghost Rider, and the fight I'm talking about is where Ghost Rider overtakes a big crane and there's fire in it and all sorts of awesome stuff. I couldn't help myself. I was sitting being like, oh, how awesome is this, and going like, there's fire everywhere and stuff like that. I definitely like the movie number 2 the best, with all of the new animation and cinematics and stuff that there is in it. I'm not sure it's called animation. Yeah, you know what I mean, but the fire stuff and also the fire P is very awesome and fun. But the fight scene where he overtakes the crane is just very nice, and the fact that everything he rides becomes fire, I'm like, what if he rides the woman? But then, nevertheless, next one. At number 8 we have fight from Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I will recommend you seeing the first one that is called Desperado before you see this movie. There's a lot of action and stuff in that as well, and I feel like you will love it. There's also an awesome fight scene with knives and stuff like that. But the fight scene I like the most is from Once Upon a Time in Mexico, where his brother comes, or his brothers comes with 2 different kind of weapons, and we of course have the protagonist with his weapon, and they're all in these cases that looks like a guitar case. And there's a flamethrower, there's a rocket launcher, and there's of course the guns and stuff like that. So amazing, and you will be like, oh, it's nice. So yeah, next one. Okay, at number 7 we have The Crow, and the favorite fight scene, or how to say that, is actually the first gun battle that there is. And I know it's very sad because the protagonist in this case, or Brandon Lee that plays the Crow, actually died in this scene, but I do really feel like it's an awesome fight scene, and the one that they took in to play the role of the Crow actually does a decent job. Now I will say that you can maybe feel like there's something wrong in the movie, but it's very dark and gritty, and I wouldn't recommend it if you have anything against blood or grim stuff and stuff like that. But the fight scene where they shoot and he just avoids it and stuff like that is very nice. So I would definitely recommend seeing the movie just for the fight scene. And yeah, that's also a way to memorize him. So yeah, I'm guessing that's fine. Next one. On a 6th place we have Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I will say that you can see this movie without any hesitation. It's very fun and stuff is happening all of the time, and they have a rivalry from the start when they figure out that they're both agents, and everything just goes haywire. It's just so fun, and I love the fight scene they have in in the house, and they actually are very worried that they're trying to poison each other and kill each other and stuff like that. It's very fun to see, and I feel like it's one of the more I will not say relaxed movies to see on this list, but actually one of the more movies I would recommend you go and watching without that much gore in it. So yeah. Next one. Okay, at 5th place we have Matrix Reloaded, and it's not one of the traditional fight scenes, even though that there is a lot of those. There's the one with Neo on the pole kicking the other Smiths in the face, and that's fun as well. And there's an awesome fight scene with Morpheus on a truck defeating those what it's called, twins and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fight scenes, but my favorite fight scene is where Neo meets Jet Li. I don't know what he's supposed to represent, the core energy or what it is. I just really love the fight between those two, and the comment that Jet Li just makes is like, you don't know a man until you have fought him. I really do like that. So yeah. Next one. Okay, at number 4 we have a little of a cheater here. I know that I've talked about Jet Li before, but this is just one of the greater fight that there is, and it's actually in the end of the movie. So if you haven't gone and seen the movie, go and see it instead of seeing this spoiler. But the fight I really love is the end fight where he is trying to get on to the top of the pyramid, and he's yelling to everybody that he is the one. It's just grained into my memory because he's zapped to this prison universe and now have to fight for his title, or how to call that. Yeah, next one. Now, on a 3rd place, we have this, that is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And if you're not into fights that is choreographed by wires and stuff like that, I will say this is not the kind of fights or movie that you are into, but it has very great scenery and the fight scenes are very amazing. The fight scene I like the most is where they battle outside on the water. It's one of my favorite fights, and I definitely recommend it because it's also, there's the female protagonist that does the most of the fighting, and I really do like that from older movies. It's not that often that you see a female protagonist fight that well with swords and stuff like that, or being, the hero in the story. So yeah, next one. And on a 2nd place we have Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. Now, I was in doubt if this is the real movie with the real fight scene, so I'm sorry if it's not correct, but Bruce Lee made a lot of different kind of fight movies, and I think they are all worth a watch, especially the one where he kicks Chuck Norris' ass. But nevertheless, I really like the fight scene where he does background flip kick and kicks the opponent under the chin. I'm not quite sure it is in this movie, but I'm almost definitely sure it's somewhere in the Bruce Lee films, because he just kicks and then he flies and kicks again and flies and kicks again. It's not something that I will say is something that I've seen ever again. Somebody tried to do that. I know that in Matrix they have this crane kick, but it's not the same thing, and I know that Bruce Lee did all of his stunts himself and he was very skilled, so I definitely don't think that he got any help with this flying circle kick thing. But I don't know, you guys, what do you think? And for my number 1 I have Oldboy. Now, I will definitely not recommend this movie if you have anything against blood, gore, violence, stuff with people getting kidnapped and tortured and stuff like that. This movie is just, you're going to feel dirty after you watch the movie. Just be prepared for this if you see the movie. Okay, before I spoil the fight scene, I would definitely recommend you watching this fight scene. You can see the fight scene without seeing the whole movie, because it's after he got kidnapped and he breaks out from his kidnapped state, or how to say that. He uses a hammer, he uses a CD, and he uses a toothbrush to kick the asses of the evil men, or how it is that is captured him. And I must say there's some gruesome scenery, but it's also very awesome, and you're really rooting for the protagonist in this case. I actually forgot his name, but I really do remember being like, I wanted him to break out, because he was sitting in his confinement and, practicing on the wall, kicking and punching the wall a lot to come out of the cell again. And when he finds that the small hammer, he just goes ballistic with it. So yeah, I will say that there's a lot of gruesome stuff in this, but that is my top 10. Tell me what you feel like, and do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones, and do remember to have fun. Yeah, that's actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.